What's up everybody, this is Bryce VanHoosen, and today we are going to talk about my super massive live tour rig. Alright, so a couple weeks ago I posted a progress shot of my current pedal board setup, and a lot of people were asking me to do a rig rundown, so to speak, of what I'm using live and, you know, kind of how I have my pedal board configured, etc, etc. I've been asked this kind of a lot in the past, insofar as, you know, what I bring on the road with me, etc, and I've never really felt like I had a solid live pedal board, you know, something to write home to mom about, I guess, so to speak, until now. So I'm super stoked about what I have. I finally feel like I have a you know, a real adult pedal board. So let's take a look. And first of all, I guess the brains of the operation is sort of what I have been using since I bought this thing in 2014, I believe. This is my PB 6534 Plus. It's the same as the 6505, which is the same as the 5150, but it has EL34s. And this is a one of the Made in USA ones, one of the last Made in USA amps that I think PB probably did. I think they discontinued them shortly after that in like 2015 or something. So yeah, this thing's a beast. It's been super reliable, never had anything go out on it, knock on wood. I've replaced the tubes maybe a couple times. You know, if you're looking for tube replacements, I highly recommend Euro tubes. That's who I use. Never had anything bad happen with my setup, and taking this thing out with those with JJ's from Euro tubes in it more times than I can count. Alright, so moving down a little, I have this 2x12 cabinet that has been custom made for me from Cascade Cabinets, which is a local cabinet company. These things are really awesome. They're kind of pioneering this phenolic plywood cabinet, and I don't really know exactly what that means other than they are super durable, super resonant. The wood is actually coated with the same phenolic coating that they use on speaker cones. Ever since I got this thing, and I did the whole last Silver Talon tour with this, and it's loud. I don't feel like I'm missing anything. This is kind of my first 2x12. So this thing's super awesome. It has two, I believe, Mesa Black Shadow speakers in it, which are kind of like vintage 30s, just a little bit different. I can't exactly put my finger on where they're different, but it seems like, I guess to me, maybe the mid-range is not as cocked wah-y, I guess. And it has a little bit more high-end, I think. It just kind of tightens everything up. Alright, so next we're going to jump down to the pedal board. Alright, so this is the latest iteration of my pedal board. This is essentially the same thing that I took on the last tour, except with the addition of the One Control crocodile tail loop system, which I'm super excited about, and I just recently set this up. So let's start from the beginning of the signal flow. I have this Audio-Technica System 10 wireless unit, not currently plugged in right now or even turned on because, you know, I'm at home and it takes up a lot of battery usage. And anyway, so from there, this links over to the wah, and so far all of this is outside of the One Control. And then from there, the signal is going into the One Control, and we basically have different loops all set up here. So on my main rhythm loop, I essentially have my 6534 dirty channel, plus this KHDK Gould Jr. overdrive pedal, which I absolutely love. And then I have my TC Sentry noise gate. And that is basically that. If I'm going to rhythm with a little bit of atmosphere, because sometimes you like delay and reverb on your rhythm tones, then I have this patch here, and that basically brings in the Dunlop Echoplex unit and the Wampler faux spring reverb, as well as this awesome Boss Wazelcraft CE2 W, which I absolutely love. I had to get this because Chris Oliva from Savatage is a big user of the CE2, the original CE2, so, and these are actually his settings here, so you got the rate at about 1030 and the depth all the way up, so going for that Savatage chorus tone. So anyway, so that is basically these 3 pedals plus the KHDK and the Sentry Noise Gate on the dirty channel. So just to give a little bit of atmosphere if you're doing some rhythmic stuff that kind of needs a little bit more sponginess to it, I guess. The delay and the reverb are essentially on the same loop in the one control, just because I was running out of loop areas to put things in. Unfortunately, with the 6534, you kind of have to sacrifice a loop depending on if you want to switch between your clean channel and your dirty channel. And you would have to sacrifice yet another loop if you wanted to be able to enable your crunch control, which is unfortunate, but you know, whatever. I usually set up my delay and my reverb to kind of work together anyway. Reverb to kind of give a little bit of sponginess, I guess, around the notes, and delay to kind of give a few repeats. And this thing is really cool because it's super easy to set these up. Basically everything just goes into a loop, as I said, and you basically have little buttons that you can kind of turn them on and off with. And then from there, depending on what preset you're on, you basically can just enable or disable and it'll automatically save that. Let's go on to the clean channel. Super excited because when I hit this clean channel, it actually changes the channel on my amp. I don't know if you can, I don't think you can see that, but whatever. Anyway, so that brings in the NXR Dynacomp, as well as the Spring Reverb, Echoplex, and Chorus. And so before, I would have to turn off my KHDK, turn on the Dynacomp, turn on the Chorus, change channels on the amplifier. So it was like a 3 or 4 foot press option. This is just one button, so it's super badass. And then here I have one that is a clean harmony. I like to write a lot of harmony parts for my my guitar sections. I feel like it's a slippery slope, I guess, if you're starting to bring in like backing tracks or whatever to do guitar stuff. So I have this TC Electronic Quintessence harmonizer pedal, and I run this through the effects loop on my 6534. I found that it works the best that way. So this clean harmony is basically everything on the clean channel, except it brings in this harmonizer pedal. There were kind of a couple different thought processes that I had for setting this up the way that I did. I could either have used this outside of the actual one control and just had it on off by itself, because you do have this either this momentary or this latch control, so you can just kind of bring this in and out depending on, you know, how you want to do it. And the momentary control, you know, you press the button and it comes on. But essentially the goal here is to get this to just work on a MIDI track. So we do have a MIDI track that goes during our live performance, and basically just controls things like fog, lights, and we have a keyboard backing track since I write all of the keyboard parts. So that's kind of what we're feeding through the PA. So we're on a track literally anyway, so everybody plays to a click. So it would be really nice to not have to press anything and to just use the MIDI function on the one control. So we're probably going to set that up for the next tour, so I won't have to step on anything, and it'll be completely automated and super awesome. But I digress. The next one that we have here is lead channel. Again, switches the channel on the amp to the lead setting. And then this one is lead plus phase. So the way this one works is we're going through the KHDK Gold Junior, NXR phase 95 in the phase 90 setting, and then we have noise gate off because nobody likes to have a noise gate clamped down in the middle of a solo, never fun. And then I'm turning on the Spring Reverb Echoplex and also bringing in this Moore Graphic G little mini equalizer that I use as a boost. This thing's super cool. I can, as you see here, I have got a bit of a frowny face in here, so that's a mid boost, and it has a level control. So I can kind of use this in my effects loop on the 6534 to give me a bit of a volume boost. And so that's something that's really important if you're in a 2-guitar situation and you really want your leads to kind of, you know, jump up above the rest of the mix. So that's what I am using, is this. Plus, you know, if you have a little bit more mids when you're soloing, it's just a little bit easier to play. So I really like this. These things are super cool. They're like 40 or 50 bucks. Moore's making some sweet stuff. So yeah, check that out if you're interested. The next setting that I have here is lead plus this quintessence harmonizer. The phase 95 is off, harmonizer is on. That's the only difference. And then this last one is my main lead sound. So this is what I'm going to use for like 95% of my solos, and that is phase 95 off, KHDK Gould Jr. on, spring reverb, Echoplex, and more for the volume boost, and that's pretty much it. So my lead tone, my main lead tone, is basically just amp, overdrive, reverb delay, and a bit of an EQ, volume boost. So I got my new Jackson CD Concord Pro. I'm super stoked about this thing. This is a old school Randy Rhoads original. The original shape before they went to the smaller Rhodes one. And so Jackson has kind of made some custom shop ones of these throughout the years, but I think this is the first or second year that they've really done production line guitars. So yeah, you can go into a music shop of your choice and pick one of these bad boys up. It comes with this awesome shredder heel, is what they call it. So it's a super nice cutaway here. And, you know, it just makes reaching those top notes super easy. So, right now I am on my rhythm tone, so let's check it out. Nice. If we want to bring in the chorus and the reverb and delay. So we got clean here. Oops, let's get a little bit of volume on the clean channel. Clean with the harmony. Whoops, if I play in the right key. Lead with phase. There's no noise gate, so I'm getting a little bit of feedback there. cool. Normal lead Cool. That's basically what my lead sounds like. Lead with harmony. So let me know if you have any questions about any of this stuff or my opinions on any of the gear that I'm using or anything that you've seen me use here. Go ahead and leave it down in the comments below. I'll leave links to all the stuff that I use and support or endorse and all that kind of good stuff. So thanks for watching.